As OCD as I am, little details like episode 1 instead of episode 3 are gonna bug me for this entire thing. So I'm just gonna take it off the screen. Hi,
Woohoo!
Brandy.
Hello!
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm tired and I'm in need of watching some children's television. Um, so yeah, this was a good plan. It's a different day than normal. I still blame myself because I'm working the evenings for the rest of the month, but we'll be back to normal soon.
Possibly. Who knows? We're
Maybe.
never
We'll see.
normal. That's the problem.
I mean, the second they started watching, they knew we weren't normal. So now it's just kind of like you signed up for it. Get ready.
hmm
Oh my goodness. But yes, in the meantime, we've been seeing friends all across the internet. We got Louise X Sparrow saying this is a surprise. And we
Yes, it
also had
is.
Bree saying, hey guys. So yeah, this is totally not our normal time, but the only one we can make room for.
Precisely.
Good heavens. And I was really looking forward to this episode because I've only seen it a handful of times. When I do my
Oh.
rewatches, I don't rewatch Return to Omashu.
hmm
So, I mean, you said you guys rewatch book 2 a lot in your household, right?
Heavily. Heavily.
Yeah. See, mine was book 1 and like the
Okay.
last bits of book 3. So, book 2 kind of
I have the last part of book 3 rewatch down a whole lot, but like book 2, I don't know what it is. I
yeah.
really like it. Always rewatched it.
There you go. I mean, we already got Shadowcat tuning in saying, not a planned one. No, just kind of like a, hey, when are you free? And just, I'm
We
free right
probably should
now,
do it.
sort of a thing. We shouldn't keep our people waiting, sort of a thing.
Yeah. Well, like,
Book 2 is
let's
the
see here.
holy grail of
We
Avatar for us.
we we did episode 1. Did we do it back in January? And then we did episode 2 in February.
February. We're bad streamers, guys.
And now we're doing
Oh.
episode 3 in March. So,
Yeah, we're going with
come
the
back in
months.
April.
Exactly. Oh gosh, I hope I get back before April because that's when storm chasing season starts.
Okay, all right. So, we're going to have to
We're gonna
really
be a nightmare.
anyways,
Thanks for hanging with us,
return
guys.
to Omashu. Thanks for
We got
hopping on the struggle bus with us.
and we have a ton to talk about, including pentapox. Yes, everyone get their pentapox vaccine. Rapunzel, I hope you have. I don't, but I know my cats have their rabies vaccine, and I feel like that should translate at least a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Possibly.
cats. That's fine. They got the animals all up in Avatar, so I'm sure they have vaccines, right? Maybe. Anywho,
I don't know.
let's hop on to things because yes, we return to Omashu, and it's pretty sad. Which it's covered in metal. It's all stinky. It's just New York City, but in the mountains.
I guess. I mean, I hope nobody lives in New York City, but
Well, my brother does, and from what he tells us, they understand and agree.
So interesting, like little fun fact. So like these bridges that are around the city, that's how the Fire Nation like got to them and made like their attack. So like they literally built these bridges of metal. I like this has to take a couple of weeks to build, I would assume. So they're just building these, and King Boomy's like, nah.
What is your earthbenders? They have to build the bridges on the earth. Just let them get most of the way there, and then just whoosh and like pull the rocks out and let it fall, and just be like, losers.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, because in the Avatar extras for this episode, which we forgot to do the definition description thingies.
I know, but you pulled up the image, and I was like, I just gotta talk about this because if I don't say it right now, I will forget.
Okay, well, pause.
Thoughts.
We're gonna take a time out, and we're gonna talk about how they describe this episode because we return to Omashu. The name is pretty accurate. It's the description that is interesting because it leaves out completely half of the story. And
as it always does.
as always. And Netflix's description goes, Aang enters Omashu so he can learn earthbending from King Bumi, but the city is in the hands of the Fire Nation. Which is fine. Except...
Here's the thing. He doesn't really enter the city to learn. Like, that's why they were going to Omashu, was so Aang could learn, like, earthbending.
Mhm.
But, like, at the end of the previous episode, they're like, oh, Omashu, and then they see it, and they're like, bom, 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 bom. And so... and so, like, they don't go into the city so that Aang can learn earthbending. They're just like, what's going on? Let's go find Boomy. Like, I don't... is there more?
There's definitely more. Also, I found out how to get rid of those stupid icons, so now you can see the full image. Yeah. But Brandy, I'm sure you have a better description for us.
Okay. This one was difficult. I rewrote it and I wrote it again and then I wrote it again, and yeah, so hopefully
work for this episode.
I don't know. I was like, that's good. And then I'd look at it the next day and I'd be like, that's garbage.
I can do better.
So hopefully this one is not garbage, but here we go. Aang struggles to understand why King Bumi let the Fire Nation take control of Omashu, while Azula gathers a covert team to help her capture Zuko and Iroh.
It's so perfect in such a small period of time. That could fit in a description box. I say we should just compile all of these and send them to Netflix and see if they'd consider switching them.
I mean, I guess we can. I have to write a couple of them because I don't think I wrote some for the beginning of the episodes. But yeah, no, let's just...
It'll work.
Let's just go for it.
And Bree is right. At the rate we're going, season 2 will take us a few years.
Exactly.
At that point, we could be working at the same station. Who knows?
Who knows?
That would make our schedules a little bit easier.
It depends.
Yes. Yeah, paint away and listen, Shadowcat. We're early, so you don't have to stay up all night over there across the pond. And Bree says, I always thought the bridges were so the Fire Nation could have more access points. I mean, that also works.
Yeah, but I think that's how they, like, staged their attacks.
Yeah, these are like, and like, what also is interesting to me is they're not connected.
Well, do you think that it's like they just use those to, like, get tanks, like, over the, like, to catapult fireballs, like, over the...
Maybe they're like, close range artillery, because you couldn't have tanks on such a steep incline.
Yeah.
I swear, if this is military genius built into the script writing, that actually makes a ton of sense. Okay. New headcanon acquired. Oh no, Granny and Katie at the same station. I don't think anyone could handle that.
Probably
Valco
not.
could barely handle that.
This is true. That's why I had to graduate before you.
Exactly. How dare you? That was so depressing when you were gone.
So I had to transfer in late and graduate early. Valpo could not take that.
Oh man. Well, you want to know depressing? Not just the story of Omashu being taken over. There's other parts to this story. And I swear, that's why I don't watch this one, is because I always feel bad for Tylee. We'll get back to the Pentapox in a second. I have to show, like, okay, first off, beautiful that Azula brings black flowers.
Fire lilies. Are they fire lilies? What are they called?
Well, I know we had panda lilies back in the fortune teller, so I think they're probably fire lilies. It would fit their MO.
I don't know. In my brain, I'm just like, they're fire lilies, but I'm like, I don't even know if that's right.
There's like a little hints of some pink petals on there, which makes me think that she got these as pink flowers and spray painted them black, or like just charred them to fit her.
I thought you were gonna go char.
Yeah.
I don't know. It fits within her character.
Yeah, I think that could work. Why else would there be pink leaves over here, kind of hidden and tucked behind? There's Katie's contribution to the fan theories today. But No, this is just so sad. She ran away to join the circus and get away from her family so she would stand out. Like, okay, to add backstory to why I think this is so sad, there's a family back home, which I know they don't watch this podcast, but they had 14 kids.
Oof.
And they just kept cranking them out until they couldn't. And I always felt bad because they all had similar names. They were 1 year apart. They all dressed the same hair color and everything. It's like, that's kind of what she's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand why she would run away.
Well, I don't like. Did she run away or did she just like
grew out of the house?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, she's like 16, right?
I think she's 14. Or 14.
Well,
now we Google
how old is Tylee? 14.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah. Still, I don't know. That out of all the things that this episode talks about, this one makes me the saddest.
I can understand why it's so sad. I guess I haven't really given it too much thought just because of how happy she is. Like, she just, And
I can relate to that from a My Hero Academia standpoint and my own life. Fun fact. So if anyone's a My Hero Academia fan, you know Mirio Togata, and he's Lemillion in the show. And basically, his goal is to make 1 million people smile. And I met the voice actor for the character at Comic-Con back in December. And I told him how much I relate to Mirio and how I put that in my own life. And I just want to make people smile and happy. And he goes, well, you know why Mirio's so happy? And this is my theory. I'm like, oh, golly. And like, there's a line of people behind us. And I'm like, tell me. And he goes, it's because he's depressed. Aww. Or he's at least dealt with depression. And he doesn't want anyone to feel that bad ever. He knows what it feels like. So he's going to make sure with every ounce of his being that no one else feels that way. I'm like, oh, dude, I just had an emotional breakthrough of my own trauma. But it's like, it's true. They know what it's like to be unhappy, so they want other people to be happy. Whether it be on a severe level or just a surface level, which I think a lot of people are. And that's what I think Tylee is doing. She's been unhappy and she wants to make people happy.
I mean, I already loved Tylee, but like now I'm just like, oh, Tylee.
Hence why I just like skip over the Pentapox for a second. We're talking about Tylee.
No, this is great. No. We're doing good.
Yeah. Rapunzel says Tylee runs away to join the circus and be independent and stand out. Then, spoilers, joins the Kyoshi Warriors to look like everyone else. Exactly.
No. Here's the thing. I know everybody's like, her joining the Kyoshi Warriors was like undoing of everything that like she wanted to do to be happy. But what if joining the Kyoshi Warriors, she realizes that she like kind of gets over the fact that she needs to be an individual. Like, I feel like the Kyoshi Warriors still are individuals, but they're more like working as a group and stuff like that. So I don't think Tylee ever wants to be alone. She just doesn't want to be part of like a matching set that thinks all the same way and stuff like that. So like, so her going and doing the Kyoshi Warriors and they all look the same, but at the same time, how many times can I say same? They're their own people.
Yes. Well, and it is key. Rapunzel also pointed out she chose that family. She chose to be a part of this select group, which they're a group, but they're unique. And so it's a nice mix. She was together, but not unique. And then she was alone and unique. And then she found that you can be best of both worlds. And I see that as a healing of her trauma and her realizing I can be in a group and be myself. I'm just like, they set this up in season 2.
Well, that and like they've accomplished like so much, like so quickly. Like all we ever really see is her in like, not unless we're talking about the comics, but we see her in the Kyoshi garb and she's just like, ah! And they're just like
so happy. No, and like it goes to show, parents, don't let your kids hang around with creepy kids who just stare at them from the backs of mirrors. It's not going to end well.
Do you think that like also why she chose to join the Kyoshi Warriors was to help kind of undo everything that kind of she did poorly with Azula? Like that was like her own way to redeem herself apart from not choosing to be with Azula anymore, and then also like, okay, I'm gonna go join these people, and
I think it's redemption for her, like putting right what once went wrong, quantum leap, and also she realizes she can make people happy without being in a circus. Like she can make them smile and laugh and be like she can enjoy herself without being a show. She can actually do the work and make sure that it's not just entertainment for a night. Like she is making a difference.
Mhm.
So I could be reading into myself too much, but I think that's what she wants. This animated person who doesn't even exist.
Tylee exists.
I have an obsession.
Oh, well, I just realized I have my Tylee Funko right here.
Nice. I'm so glad they made a Funko of her.
I know. I was so excited.
Oh my gosh. I need to go and check out the new waves of Avatar Funkos. I went to Box Lunch. They have a store up in Sioux Falls. I got so much Avatar, like they had so much Avatar stuff. They had bags, they had like $70 Lulu Fly bags and like all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, if I wasn't poor.
So like this isn't a dig at anybody. Like if you have a collection, please, have a collection. But I'm at the point where I have so much Avatar stuff where I'm like, is this becoming my identity? and am I okay with that?
Yeah.
That's where I personally am, because I have did I lose you guys?
Oh no, you're still here.
See, my mic always
cross it off, guys. Oh gosh, now it's spazzing. Well, Brandy fixes that. We have Rapunzel's comment that says, "Do you think if Lian Lo had been more of a mentor like Iroh, then Azula could have been a less terrible person?" I think she just had bad DNA.
I don't think Lian Lo had a whole lot to do with Azula. Like, if Lian Lo were better people, then like they probably wouldn't have even been Azula's firebending teachers. Like,
yeah,
Ozai would have found somebody else. I think a lot of like what stems with Azula's character really does boil down to everything that happened with Ozai and Ursa. And
yes.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but
So
we could go to that another episode.
And Bree calling out the Scott Bakula reference because, as Brandy knows, I'm obsessed. I still have the gift bag you gave me from our Secret Santa exchange without a name tag. It just was Scott Bakula.
Makes me so happy.
I love it. It's in my memory box from college, and I'm keeping it forever.
I made it into the memory box, guys.
Yes. And also the Appa Funkos. Have you seen the super large pops?
I need to get the big Appa. I can't find it anywhere. I need to get it.
If they want to make bank, they would team up with Squishmallow, and they would make Squishmallow plushies of Appa and Momo. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I mean, I already have a plushie of Appa.
Oh, nice. Okay, you do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this becoming my identity? Am I okay with that?
Yes, I think it is. Oh wait, where'd it go? Rapunzel did have it on her bingo card, and Bree did not. And a sip of water. That's 2 bingo spots. Yes. Can you guess the brand? I'm fairly consistent. Oh gosh, that got off the rails fast. Let's talk about May, because the juxtaposition is quite evident. You got the two of them. They smile, but there's different meanings behind those smiles. I never liked May.
Bruh. Bruh.
I'm gonna say Zuko deserved better.
Bruh. Okay. All right.
Like, they were perfect for each other, but if you read the comics, Zuko deserved better.
Yeah, I don't know. The comic May is, I'm like, what's going on? Well, let's talk about the series May, okay?
Series May, as we know her here.
Here's the thing. May is 17 years old. Her best friends are 14 years old.
Oh, wait, Azula's 14?
Yeah, Azula's 14, Tylee's 14, she's 17. Anyways, for Oh, I don't know. I really like May. But I've also I've always really loved the goth characters. I'm not
Yeah,
goth. I'm not goth. I'm not like that at all. I'm
pull
probably
it off.
I could pull it off. I feel like
You got bangs. That's a good start.
I'm a cross between Azula and Ty Lee, and I don't know what that is. But
Oh, better than I'm imagining.
but no, I really like May. I don't know. I don't have a problem with May, and I don't understand why people are like, "Oh, she's terrible." Thank
She's
you,
not
Louise.
terrible. I just don't particularly enjoy her. Louise X Sparrow definitely does, and Bree totally does. Um, she's the OG goth girlfriend, and I think she made it popular. She is cool, but honestly, I think the reason I don't like her is what comics, but in the TV show, she scares me. As with most things I don't like in Avatar.
Wait. Does she scare you more than Azula?
I mean, Azula, she's constantly unhinged. It's never going to end well. May has that potential good side, but it just is like a 5%. And it's like, which one are you gonna get? And I need consistency in my life, so I'd probably take Azula. Oh gosh. Oh wait, Louise has a comment on the comics aren't great. I don't really count them, but I read them because I wanted to know what happened to Zuko's mother. That was a good one. That was a good comic to know. We'll see if they actually expand on it. And he just posted Goth Ozai's Angels on Twitter post for the episode. I'm gonna go find that. Any other comments on May?
I think she's just bored. That's all, and I can relate to that. Just being bored.
Oh my gosh! I think Rapunzel just provided us with our fan art for the episode.
I think I know what she's talking about. I think I've seen it before.
Where did it go? There you are. That one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally. She'd be the one with the witch's hat. 100%. Oh my gosh. The handcuffs. Oh yeah, that's amazing artwork. From Carlo Oliveira. Bravo. Oh my gosh. Love that artist. They do really great work. Ooh, so it sounds like I'm gonna have to check their page out.
They make like goth versions of everyone, I'm pretty certain.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, even Korra.
Real. Ooh. I could see Asami easily. But you know what? We got the original Bad Bee tribe right here. And also the corset hips they gave Ty Lee. Holy cow. I wish. Okay, one more thing that's a pet peeve of mine.
Oh gosh. It's never a good thing when Katie zooms in.
Let me just I won't zoom in any further. Her eyes are off.
Well,
it gets worse the longer you look at it.
Yeah.
It's like she has a glass eye and it just kind of drifted a little bit.
I'm trying to decide if her head's tilted or... Listen, here's the thing. I don't think the animators really planned on the fandom taking every frame and just...
Yeah, true. Well, what the heck was that, Azula? Azula's got a... I don't want to manage my settings. Azula's eyes like a little drifted there.
Was she just arching an eyebrow?
I don't know. All I know is they look like someone you would see at the mall and then immediately say no.
Nope,
like
and turn around.
Hide you from them. Ooh, okay. So apparently that goth artist has done both the gang and the crew, and so they didn't flip the canvas. And Derp Azula. Yes, I will say I've never looked as cool as them in my entire life.
Oh no,
never.
No. Nope.
Not even close. They're rolling up to the club, and the club is like, "We're closing." So
no, the club isn't closing. Everybody in the club is just leaving.
Just like, we're gonna.
They're like, well. Gonna have to leave.
Oh. Well, I think the only other part of this episode that really ties in that I found interesting, they actually go more into the politics of the Fire Nation and how it's not just Fire Lord overall. Like they delegate up responsibilities and places and towns, and they have families and this and this. And these are the details that are missing from modern cartoons. Not to sound like a boomer, but this is what's wrong with modern cartoons. They don't build in the characters and relatable, reliable background.
Well, I mean, I think that just comes down to like universe building and stuff. So, oh, and then also another fun fact that I know, but I don't know why I know this. It was actually May's father, so the governor's idea to attack Omashu and gain control of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so power move.
Up until then, they were just like, we aren't going to mess with that dude. He's nuts.
Up until then, they were just like, we'll just stay in the Fire Nation. Then he was like, Omashu.
Time to expand. Not just cartoons is missing from a lot of things right now. For real, it is. Just build your stories. Spend time. Okay. Side tangent. Check your bingo box. I love creating episodes of TV shows and like creating pitches for TV shows. And I have been working on for the past 3 years an idea for a Doctor Who episode, sort of. It started as a Star Trek episode. I was like, this would work way better with Doctor Who. And every night before I go to bed, I write a little bit more of the backstory in my mind. And I forget about it, and then I have to rewrite it, and it's taking me forever.
You gotta write it down.
Yeah, but like you gotta think of these details. It can't just be spewed up overnight. Build the world before you build the show. And bingo to Bree.
Well, good for you, Bree.
Congratulations. Oh goodness. So that is good to know. I also know this is something I wanted to point out with this picture. Everything's made of metal, because they wanted to make it a non-earth-bending city, so you could not earthbend. Toph rolls up and is just like, hold my cactus juice.
Well, here's the thing. So I realize that's what they're doing, but I also don't understand like their logic, because Earth is still underneath that. Like, how thick are those metal plates? Those rivets not gonna be that strong.
You could get every earthbender in the Earth Kingdom and just lift Omashu and push it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it was a cool concept, woohoo. But
oh gosh,
not sure about that one.
Let's see. Just scroll down. They've done nearly every major character. Ooh, thank you for their page. Caro Oliveira. There we go. I must share this Wowie chat so people can check it out. This person, they do amazing art, and it's totally, they have to have done the Hex Girls for, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
I can't believe you've never seen these before.
What?
In
fact, we gave Tenzin gauges. Bolin's hot. They gave Tenzin gauges. Wow. Okay, does anyone else agree Bolin's hot? Nope. No one in the comments. Guess I'm gonna have to come up and comment. Amazing. Was there anything with Ty Lee and May and Azula up until the final hoo-ha battle that we should talk about?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was gonna say we'll get to the battle soon. We must first, though, go back to the gang. Now that we've discussed emotional trauma and family ties in the Fire Nation.
We love May. We love Ty Lee and all of their baggage. I don't know.
Yeah, baggage. It's not even baggage. It's luggage. Yikes.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, I love that this one has 3 eyeballs and this one has 2.
Do they all have 3? I thought they only had 2.
I don't. From the ones I remember, they only had 2. So this one's just some sort of freak mutant.
I'm gonna look this up.
Maybe it's on like Avatar Extras as like a oopsies, we accidentally kept it with 3 eyes. But I think if I were to get one of those, I would be happy. I want a little Pentapox Poctopus, like that could fit in a fish tank easily. Along with my axolotl. Axolotls are the avatar animals in human world. If you haven't seen one, go check them out.
Yeah, I don't know why that one has 3 eyes. It has to
We
be
live in the
another.
sewers. I feel like that's an explanation.
It's just
of
got to be
itself.
an animation error.
It's like, is there? Yeah, because if we go to this one, which same scene, same everything, just got 2 eyes.
Well, I mean, they're round, so like the other eye could be like, you know, to the bottom. Like that's.
Oh, true. It could be on the other side. And apparently, Rapunzel says the pentapus is totally crochetable.
I have found a lot of
plushies.
crocheted pentapus.
I need them in my life, and now I'm gonna go out and buy a crochet hook because I need that.
My older sister made me a little baby foo-foo cuddly poops. It's on my desk. It's adorable.
Amazing. When breaking in, Aang opens that secret tunnel and Appa yeets himself out of there with cat-like reflexes.
He's like, nope.
Not again.
Sorry, guys.
Doing that again.
I gots to go.
Oh, but once again, in the episode, poor Sokka.
Here's the thing. So when they're in the tunnel and Aang is using like airbending to like, you know, push the water, and then, you know, Katara is just, you know, using water bending. Why did they forget about Sokka?
You know,
I get the comedic reason, but like,
why actually? Maybe he said something beforehand that was snarky, and they're just like, well,
I don't know. It just seems really like Katara could have easily like bent a little bubble around all of them.
Yeah, you saved all the effort.
She does that at the Serpent's Pass.
Good point.
I'm just like, guys.
Yeah, they definitely got into like a fight, and they're just not so casually being like, haha, you were a jerk, here you go.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I get why it was needed for like the story, because, you know, he needs to have these things on his face for Pentapox, but
we'll find a way. And Bree, do you crochet? Because
sure
I will. Okay, I'll commission a pentapus from you. I will Venmo you, and then send you my address. So don't be a stalker. But yeah, no, for real. Send me a message. I will commission one from you. And Rapunzel says we need pictures of your foo-foo cuddly poops.
I will get on that. I think I have a picture, but if not, I will take a picture of it on Monday.
I was gonna say you have access to our Twitter now, because I remembered to give you the password. So.
I still haven't logged in yet.
There you go. You can post if you like. Oh gosh. Well, looking ahead in the episode, circling back in, where on earth did it go? Basically, yeah, this episode seems pretty cut and dry. We find out that Boomy just gave up.
Like, I've been trying to figure out, like, why.
Yeah.
And I can't figure out why. Like, I understand that Boomy wasn't meant to be his earthbending teacher, so, like, the writers had to come up with a reason. And I'm like, that's okay. I don't know. Anybody got anything on this?
I feel like one of the reasons why, like, they could have written it in was the Fire Nation was there. They had their army. It was like the siege of Ba Sing Se, but small scale. Like, it was a trial run. And Boomy saw they couldn't win. Like, a long-term siege, they just couldn't. And so he was like, okay, I'll tell you what. You leave them alone. You can take taxes from them. Don't hurt them. You can have me. And, like, give himself up to them to be captured. That makes more sense in my mind. But him just being like, no, you know, we just kind of go with it.
Okay, yeah, no,
appeasement.
I could see him being like, "There's no way that we're gonna win. I'd rather protect my citizens." I guess, sure, yeah,
I feel like that could work. Maybe.
yeah.
And Bree says, "A between Brandy's stalling of logging into Twitter account and the one stream per month, I think OBL is going to be around for a while, you guys. We'll be in our 40s by the time we finish this."
Works for me. It's not like I got any
gosh.
long-term plans.
Yeah, just watching the world burn. Oh, my eyes. It's really sunny here today, and I haven't stepped a foot outside.
It's cold again here. So like we were in the 50s, almost 60s. And then we just woke up and we were like, "Oh, we're still in winter." Okay, cool. Love that for us.
Does Boomy have two different colored eyes, or is it just a shadow? I think he has two different colored eyes.
Does that other eye just have a cataract in it?
Yeah, it's turning foggy.
The dude's like 112 years old.
Well, let me see if Boomy eyes. Let's see if that actually shows up in the previous ones. Yeah, no, continuity is there. Back from... Okay, let me pull up this image. It's going to be fuzzy because it's like 320p or whatever.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, he's got two different colors of green. Or two different shades of green.
I just feel like that one eye is...
Well, I love that he has like massive bags and they just encompass a lot of his face. And then the Fire Nation captures him and he's like, "Oh, this is a vacation. Let me just get a little bit extra sleep." And they aren't quite as pronounced. As someone who suffers from bags under the eyes, that Fire Nation cell is doing him some good.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? He just needed a vacation. He's 112 years old. He needed a vacation.
I joke. I genuinely joke with my family that I can't get vacation time, so kidnap me. I won't press charges. If I don't press charges, you aren't going to get in trouble.
Don't kidnap Katie. Don't do that.
If you're going to kidnap me and take me back to Michigan and let me sit in a house and just read.
Yeah, still. Yeah. I don't know.
Only read. You leave. It's not your house. It's just my. You take me. You kidnap me. You put me back in my house back home, and you leave. It's a nice kidnapping.
So I feel like we need to work on your definition of kidnapping.
Yeah, it's more along the lines of Ubering at this point, but still.
Yeah.
Apparently,
we digress.
Yeah, as always. In the Dragon Prince, King Ezrin surrenders to save lives. The reasoning is explored a bit more in that episode. So something similar, it sounds like. I could go for that.
It's been a while since I've watched The Dragon Prince. Maybe I should rewatch it.
Oh, and an oldie but a goodie coming back from Rapunzel while we're in this brief break. Boom. Back to Omashu. Oh my gosh.
I still love it. I still love it so much.
The pile of cabbages at his feet are that's the best detail. Holy cow. Rapunzel, genuinely, you're a god when it comes to that. I love it. Oh, Aaron, Aaron E. wrote both series. Good to know. Well, I mean, the depth is there, so maybe you learn from other series about what happens in the previous ones. Oh, I clicked ahead. Well, that's a good time. Because, everyone thinks Boomy's kind of gone crazy. He's just abandoned them. And he's like, "I'm playing the long game." So Team Avatar.
You really do.
Yeah. Avatar shows up. He's like, "All right, we're going to get you people out of here and keep on going." So they fake a pandemic.
This is a really weird episode to watch after... I watched it and I was like, "Ooh, man, this one didn't age so well, I don't think." And then it was talking about a city being occupied and stuff like that, and I'm like, given current world events, I'm like, "Oh, man,
yeah.
This one's a little rough."
This is somewhat uncomfortable.
I was like, I don't know know if I can do this.
I'm just sitting here watching it. I'm just like, okay, this is sitting a little too close to home.
Yeah.
Holy
So,
cow. But at least, they got the part right with the whole coughing and just like, wait, didn't your cousin get this? Oh, crap, we better go burn our clothes. Relatable.
notice how they never said wash your hands.
Nope, never.
Wash your hands, people.
Best old person line of the episode. Years of practice. I love that. Look at that commitment. Yeah. Now, this episode... Also, I was a germaphobe as a kid, so I never rewatched this episode because it had germs. Even if they were faked. But
I think, like, even just the Fire Nation, like, the governor's decision just, let all the citizens go. Like, this is the reason why they're gonna lose the war.
Like, well, the question remains.
What are you doing?
In our own society, would outbreaks cause different war patterns? It'll be interesting to find out.
I don't like.
I don't want to have to think about it, but would it change it? Let's change to a happier subject with Momo's tail getting grabbed by a baby.
What do you think of the baby's name, Tom Tom?
I think that they saw a drum and were like, yeah, let's name that after you. Like, or like the mom would just like pat her belly like a drum and be like, this is like the Tom Tom drum. Tom Tom. That's what we're naming him.
I wonder, because doesn't Tara Strong voice Tom Tom?
Tara Strong voices every youngin.
I feel like here's the thing. She also do Tommy in Rugrats?
Gosh.
So is it like a Rugrats callback? Is it a Rugrats callback? I don't know.
Time to pull out the sacred text.
Because
why is Tom Tom named Tom Tom?
Like Tom, I don't know. It just, his name has always just been really weird to me, and I don't know why.
Why is Tom named that? Is it after Tara Strong? Ah!
Wow!
My leg broke. It shot me in the hand. Strong and Rugrats.
No, Brianna says Tommy is done by somebody else. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh well, it's still in the sacred text. We'll go back and amend it if we need to. But why does he name Tom Tom? Regardless, is in the sacred text. Dill. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I knew she did somebody. I thought it was, but
Katara cooing over the baby gets a callback to at Ember Island when they see the picture of baby Ozai.
Oh, look at your baby Zuko.
Well, you don't see any baby pictures in the south, in the southern water tribes, so...
Listen, Katara is just a mother at heart, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Imagine, like, just having the kids just be like, oh, little Tenzin, look at your little head, it's so bold. Like, I feel like that'd be super cute. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, yes, this episode goes in a lot more directions than I remember for, like, a 20-minute show.
This has so much. I really like before Tom Tom pops out, like I can only think that what's going through Momo's head is like, okay, he got away from the crazy kid, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna just eat like these cherries or whatever, and then the kid just pops out of nowhere, and Momo has to be like, this is literally a living hell for me.
This is the worst day of my life.
He was just hungry.
Poor Momo. I just want to eat in peace, and this stupid kid keeps coming up to me. Yeah. No, and the baby's just so happy, has no concept of the danger he's in. Much like myself. Also, Rapunzel has bingo for the book of questions. That baby is going to grow up to be an evil Fire Nation soldier. Yeah. I would love to know what the babies think, like when they grew up after the end of the war, and just be like, oh snap, we were this. Like, you're gonna have a lot more artisans and crafters and such in the Fire Nation, I feel like, now that that's a career option again.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I would love to see Fire Nation art. Okay, we've amended the text to just be, why is Tom Tom named that? To be answered whenever we hunt down the writers of the show.
That one I feel like can be at the bottom. Like, if we're running out of time, we can get rid of that one. It's just for
Exactly,
whatever
yeah.
reason, I've just
We're
always
just gonna
like,
talk
what is
about
his name?
that. Yeah, it's just been in the back of our minds, and
Forever.
There you go. And something at the front of our minds, as I see, boop. There we go. Back to the end. The exchange for Boomy. They're like, let's switch, let's swap. And Azula's just being out here like, doesn't seem really right. A baby for a king? Like literally the devil on May's shoulder. The battle that ensues after this.
What I really like and appreciate is like the governor thinks that he's doing everything right, and he just wants to get his son. The king hasn't really done anything. Like obviously he doesn't see Boomy as a threat. And then Azula shows up, and she's like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, exactly. Like, you realize who this is?
Like, this is the guy has to be maybe he never served in the army, but like he's obviously high up in Fire Nation government. A 14-year-old girl just walks in and is like, "You're an idiot.
Nope.
May's gonna do the exchange, and bye."
Peace, man. That's got to be a blow to his Fire Navy ego, or Fire Nation ego. I love it. Well, and then of course everything goes pear-shaped, kind of, and we get introduced to what I think is the coolest form of Muggle fighting in the Avatar universe, which is the chi blocking. I love it.
So I want to know, where did Ty Lee learn this?
Exactly. Well, how? Was there like an animal that she learned it from? Like,
I don't know. Did she like?
I gotta find a better screen grab of it. There's so many.
Because like it has to be rare enough, because nobody ever really knows what's going on, Bender-wise.
Yeah, like I feel like maybe she just accidentally found it out while she was at the circus or something. Like chi blocking seems like something they would do as like a voodoo magic thing at the circus.
Oh, like a parlor trick.
Exactly. Well, I'm opening up the text again, and we're gonna write down, how did Ty Lee get her power?
It's not really a power. It's more like
her chi blocking ability.
Yeah. Because I don't know. Like again, that's another thing that I was just like, where? Not that like I really need an answer. I mean, the story works without it, but. And then once Korra comes along, everybody's chi blocking.
The equalist. I think reading something about Ty Lee from a practical mortal guy from the Kyoshi novels. Look that up. Okay, so the novels possibly explain it.
I don't remember anything like that, but I don't
Bree
know.
said, taken from the wiki, in China, phrases or words are often repeated twice to show affection, cuteness, or used to address someone younger, like a nickname. Tom Tom is an example of this.
Oh, it's just a nickname.
Name's just Tom. Fire Nation, Zuko, Azula, and Tom.
Tom.
Oh, to be stuck with Tom in the world of Avatar.
I mean, I guess it's not Lee.
True, it's no Lee. Oh boy, hilarious. There we go. Okay, I think I found a better. Oh gosh, no, it's fuzzy, but we're still gonna enjoy it. Just shrink your screen down so it doesn't look quite as fuzzy on your end. These moves. I'm thinking, like, if I was a non-bender in Avatar, I'd want to have some sort of ability, like some sort of way to do something. And chi blocking is a method. I can't move like this. I am not bendy. I break. And so the fact that she can just whoosh blows my mind. That's it. That's the thing. She's off being an awesome kick butt gal, and I'm sitting in the corner eating fudge stripes.
Well, I mean, both goals to achieve, both of you, really. Like,
not quite as pathetic when you think, yeah, I'm not going to get her eating fudge stripes, so... So, we go through this long battle. We get to see Azula just, like, try to pinwheel fire blast Aang off of the
that
firebending
move is so amazing. A little pinwheel.
Freaking love it.
Needed
I wish
to see
we'd
that
see
again.
more of it. Yes.
To go back, like when they're fighting on the scaffolding, that's actually an idea that they used in the pilot. So if you remember,
yes.
Yeah. So kind of cool that it got to come into the series.
I feel like they were just waiting for that. Like, okay, we're gonna use this, guys. Just keep the
guys. The scaffolding. It's really cool.
It's a good fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely is. But at the end, we do end up getting to see Boomy, and Boomy's just like, yeah, you're gonna find someone, kid. Don't worry about it. I got my own thing. You got your own thing. We'll meet again. And they don't show up on screen in the same scene ever again. Can't think of when they show back up again, can ya?
He had to be in the Fire Nation when Zuko was being crowned.
You'd think.
Wasn't he?
But they weren't. I think it happened behind the scenes, but in front of the camera.
Well, they meet again in the comics, and so that's just fine.
Yeah. We're gonna pick and choose our canon, and it's okay.
They meet again in the comics.
Oh gosh, I love it. Okay, well, yeah, that basically the crew. Boomy's like, okay,
So, what do you think about Boomy earthbending? Like just with his face or whatever, like whatever they decided to call that.
I think it's hilarious. You can pull a muscle.
So is Boomy's ability to earthbend without moving the rest of his body the same as Combustion Man being able to make explosions with his brain?
I don't know. I feel like Boomy's just has that strength.
Okay, so then is it the same thing as that girl in Korra, whatever, what is her name, like Min Lee, that doesn't have arms?
Oh yeah. Gosh, I feel like Boomy's just too overpowered that if you leave any part of his body exposed, he'll firebend. Or not earthbend. But yeah, like firebenders, the fire, they produce that. Earthbenders, they can't just produce rock. So I feel like he has more of a connection to the outside world as long as he has like some sort of availability, maybe?
No, I don't really know. Like these are just the thoughts that I have.
That's a good question.
Is it the same? Or is it like him being able to earthbend without moving the same as an airbender being able to fly? Like what?
Maybe it's like it's an achievement unlocked.
Yeah. Like, did he have to do something? Like, is it these are the questions that I have. I don't think they don't need an answer.
Thinking about it.
Not so much. Just every single time that I rewatch the episode, I'm like,
Just a slight nod. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I think Boomy's just awesome, and he can just do it. Whatever. Don't take that out of context. The other part of the episode. Wait, there we go. Maybe bending with their internal chi instead of flailing limbs. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
I'll just take it. Everything's accepted. Where did it go? So this episode, we get our closure with Boomy, our closure with Omashu, because they get the people out, and we also get to see Tom Tom returned.
Happy little ending.
Such a happy little ending for an episode that honestly should traumatize people, knowing that Azula's out there and she's hunting.
Well, I mean, I think that this just shows that Aang, no matter what, is always going to treat people as people and be good.
Yeah.
And it was just such a cute little moment.
I will say there is one thing I wish the writers would have done, which is have Aang land, like in front of them, like superhero landing. And he stand up, and it's the husband and wife, and he goes, "We have your baby. It was a mix-up. He crawled away when we were trying to get the innocent civilians out of the city. Here's your baby back. Sorry about that. Have a nice night." And like go away. And just like be like, "Please take care of Boomy." And like leave. Like I would have loved to have seen how that would have affected how they would have handled, like how that would have changed a Fire Nation person's perspective on what Aang is.
I don't know.
But like part of me would love to see maybe like a side fanfic written about it. There's a fanfic bingo.
Man, guys, everybody's getting bingo today.
So like do it outside, just be out and about, just be like, "Hey, hi, please don't attack. Don't have to call for the guards. I have your baby. Here's your baby. Bye." Doesn't even need to be more than that. I just, from a psychological standpoint, I would love to know.
I don't know.
I'm just weird like that.
No. It's valid. It's valid. I'm just thinking. Not that you're saying, no, not that part. Your ideas, they're valid. They're good.
Ooh.
I just don't know.
Like, just look at this joy that is on their faces when they see Tom Tom again. Boom. Oh, nope, I changed.
Wow, look at that joy.
Get back. No. Screen share. Window. Zooming in. There we go.
No.
They're so happy.
Yeah.
I feel like he might have been able to change some hearts with this and maybe help the people of Omashu or something, but that's just to me.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I wish I could pause it. Oh well. Let's see. No new comments. That's for the first time. I thought I was messing up, and I just
there we go. There it is.
If overconfident egoist, they may have thought that the Earthbenders chickened out and changed their minds about the kidnapping. As someone who has had to deal with a narcissist on Twitter for the past week, I can understand that.
Yeah, like I kind of don't feel. I feel like even if he did talk to him, like the governor wouldn't have really, like, nothing would have changed his mind. Like he still would have been like,
no. Yeah. But you get your happy ending in the Avatar episode, and now we move on with this hope that Aang will find an earthbending teacher, and it's going to be a new character. Ooh. So mysterious. But
you're not going to see him for 2 more episodes.
So long until we meet Toph. I just want to get to Toph.
We have like a quarter of a season before we even get to Toph.
It's so insane. Skip ahead. Just start with Toph.
You cannot skip Avatar Day.
Avatar Day. When we do the rewatch, I want to have like fried Avatar dough, because raw dough is just. But like fried Avatar dough actually sounds fairly decent. Maybe they have that recipe in the Avatar cookbook.
I don't know.
I have to check it out.
I feel like all you have to do is you just have to get yourself a biscuit, and then you cut the legs, and then you cut the arms, and then you like elongate the top to make a little person, and then you fry it.
I don't see why I can't do that.
I feel like that's all you gotta do.
I make funnel cake, because what meteorologist shouldn't make funnel cake? That's I bought a whole set because of that. And it's darn good funnel cake, but I think I can make little Avatar stick figures. Add some blue powdered sugar to the top. think I have my plan for what? Not next week. Next week's the swamp, isn't it? Or no? Is it Avatar Day?
I think it's Avatar. I don't know.
And I say next week very loosely, people.
The next dream that we have.
Time. Yes. Trying to find. There we go.
I don't know. I think Avatar Day might be next.
We'll just go with it.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We could be wrong.
But since we're looking ahead to the next episode, we should definitely talk about theories for this past episode. After talking about Breeze, canned biscuits, shape into a man, blue food coloring for the arrow, fry, enjoy.
Yeah, I feel like you don't need to do the food coloring. All you have to do is you have to make just like a simple icing, and then color it blue.
Oh, what makes a really good icing is powdered sugar in water. And you can add just a little bit of water, make it syrupy. Guys, we're going to have an Avatar Day feast.
All you need.
Or rather, I will, and you guys can too if you want.
Join along. Everybody makes their own.
Oh, goodness. But to the fan theories. Are there any for this episode?
So we're gonna end the episode the way that we started, talking about Ty Lee.
Yay! Ty Lee!
I think everybody knows.
My favorite little pink emotionally damaged acrobat.
Don't we love her? I think everybody knows where I'm going with this. There's a popular fan theory that Ty Lee is a descendant of an air nomad.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the way it stems is her face. So her face is very round, whereas everybody from the Fire Nation usually is a little bit sharper features. Her eyes are also gray.
That's just what I noticed.
Yep. So her eyes are also gray, which, if you don't know, in the Avatar world, whatever element you're part of, you have different colored eyes. So the air nomads have gray eyes, whereas the firebenders usually have brown or like golden eyes. And then they also, the theory also continues on and says that her fighting style is very defensive. And,
yes.
You know, she's not doing any harm to anybody when she's blocking their bending. She's really just kind of disarming them and then, going away. Like she just, and I just realized this side tangent. That's also how the Kyoshi warriors fight. So her joining the Kyoshi warriors actually makes a lot of sense because their fighting styles is just about disarmament. So boom, there we go. Back to the fan theory.
I love it.
Also her acrobatic ability, so she can jump extremely high for a non-bender, and so people are thinking that maybe it has something to do with like genetics and air nomads just have the ability to jump, which I don't know. I wasn't getting that. So there's more extreme versions of this theory. The theory is that she's actually an airbender. She just doesn't know how to airbend, but to like some degree she uses that to help her jump higher and yada yada yada. I don't think she's an airbender, but her being a descendant of an air nomad, definitely in the realm of possibilities. And
I take that, yeah.
And everybody's always trying to think that, oh well, people had to escape the air genocide and stuff like that. But I don't wonder if maybe air nomads hadn't been in her family line before the genocide, like before the war and everything.
Yeah.
Because in the Kyoshi books, they kind of talk about how, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but there is like an air nomad who has a family that aren't airbenders. So like obviously the air nomads join other families. Precisely, so if she has that in her bloodline, I think so. Probably.
Yeah, I accept it. Bree accepts it. I think that's 3 for the entire fandom. It's canon.
Yeah, but so that's basically it. Take it how as far as you want to. Is she an airbender? Probably not. she related to an air nomad,
Yeah.
possibly. And also, like, you know, she's
Yeah.
fun and she's bubbly and stuff like that. But I think that her personality really just stems from her wanting to rebel against what the Fire Nation is and growing up in times of war. Like, you know, she's still 14. What 14-year-old girl isn't bubbly besides
True.
me at 14?
Bubbly, happy. That defines me in my 20s for the most part.
Yeah. So, you know.
Oh gosh. Well, do we have any other theories?
So I didn't write this one down, but I thought about this earlier. So there's a theory that Lee and Lo are actually the siblings of Fire Lord Azulon.
I could totally see that.
So Azula's grandfather.
So they'd be her great aunts?
Precisely. Yep. So and that's why
Gramps?
yeah, and so that's why they are around and why they teach Azula. That's why like they are Azula's teachers. Is because they are related to Fire Lord Azulon.
I would take that as a headcanon any day. That makes as much sense as anything else. Otherwise,
Yeah,
how would you
'cause-
just have two elderly twins sticking around? I'm sure there's other firebending teachers out
Precisely.
there.
And that's why people also think that that's why they meet up with them at Ember Island. Because they're like going to go visit family.
Oh, it's just a vacation.
Exactly. And then also like one of them a firebender and the other one's not a firebender or something?
They're both not. Because
Okay, so
I
they're
order
both
you to
non
fight an Agni kind. They're like, but we aren't firebenders.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was the next thing was obviously they're not firebenders, so and that's why they're her teachers because they're great aunts.
That makes more sense than if it was just like anything else, honestly. So accepted. I'll take my accepted sticker and boom.
Approved.
Approved. Any others?
No, that's it. That was a bonus one. I completely
love
forgot
it.
about that until we started talking about it. So
It's perfect. Well, I have some fan art that I think is just incredible. And it's something I've not seen before, which is a fan comic cover. And basically, it's a Pentapox special. Like, I mean, look at those dead eyes. That's how I feel most days. And you just get, I would read this.
This is amazing.
I want this to be real. It's so sad that it isn't. But this person, they do comic book covers like this. And I found another one. They did like a piece about the pandemic. And this is what I imagine it's like if there was a Pentapox virus. They would just all have these just masked up. And employee of the month is Zuko.
Nice. Must be the tea shop.
Fact.
Play of the month is Lee, not Zuko.
That's what. But yeah, they this person, I found their fan art and I really liked their style, so I thought I would share. I think what is their name? It's like Bakmi, I think it was. I have to go back and check. But yeah, just type up like Avatar comic book covers, and it is so good. But yes, that is one piece of fan art that I have to contribute. The other one I just saw looked amazing, and it has that creepy ghost cemetery vibe, which fits so perfectly for her character. But yes, Pokébox.de made this amazing drawing of May.
That's pretty incredible.
It makes her look human, like not just animated, but like an actual human. It's so good. The shading, the lips, like I can't get structure worth a dime in my illustrations. So this is phenomenal.
Bruh, sometimes I can't take photos that good.
Exactly. Well, they got the lighting, they got everything. And what's also neat is they have the chalk style. Like some people draw with like charcoal or chalk. It's so good. So go check out Pokébox.de, and I think that's just their signature. But yeah, check it out. Really beautiful stuff. And they have like other characters too. So I love finding the fan art for, especially when characters are introduced. You get so many cool things. And I have a Tylee one, but we're saving that for next another episode. And Rapunzel says, after living through a pandemic, I fully expect to see Pentapox deniers standing near there, the crowd yelling that Pentapox isn't real. If it was
Here's
made
the
today, I'm
thing.
sure they would have included
Here's
it.
the thing. So, like, what if pentapox are real, and then everybody, like the Fire Nation army in Omashu, they like go back, and like this is like 20 years later. They're old retirees, and pentapox, pentapox outbreaks, and he's like, and they're like, pentapox aren't real, and then
Yeah, we had something like this
yeah,
before.
they're like, yeah, you're crazy, yeah, well, yeah.
I can see that actually. Everything's understandable to an extent these
Nothing
days.
is out of the realm of possibilities.
Definitely not. Well, that is everything that I had for this episode. And I definitely found way more for a couple more episodes down the line. But do we have anything else to finish up with, Brandy?
I don't think so. Nope.
Awesome. Well, this has been a fun, odd day of the week stream for us. And we still have all of our regulars, which makes me so happy that you guys listen. And
Yeah, precisely.
it's
Thanks
amazing.
for joining us on this Sunday afternoon.
Yes, we've had Rapunzel, we've had Bree, we've had Shadowcat, we've had Louise X Sparrow, and a couple of other unnamed faceless entities who have just popped up our numbers a little bit and then left.
Thank you for
But to
coming.
all of you, yes, thank you. Everyone's welcome to come down and visit me in the swamp next week / month. That would be fun. Watching the swamp in an actual swamp. 100%. And I will have my Avatar Day doughboys developed. Hopefully, like I will do a test run to make sure that they fry, and as long as my oven is
No,
still in one piece,
they're gonna fry.
good.
Everything fries with enough work.
I like it. Nice heart from Louise X Sparrow, and Bree says, I'm putting a White Lotus tile down for next month. Yes, I'm still printing my White Lotus tiles. I'm currently trying to figure out my printer settings. So once I do, and I can get enough detail, y'all are getting Blue Lotus tiles, and they're gonna be dope.
I'm so excited.
Yes! I'm actually I'm gonna paint it, hand paint it, style it. Hopefully everything will turn out.
Listen. Katie lives by the Adam Savage rule. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Which I also live by. But guys, these things are gonna be amazing.
Literally, always overdo it. Impress, and then regret your decisions, panic, finish it at the last minute, but still overdo it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Brandy, thank you for. Oh my gosh, radar scared me. I just felt something fuzzy rubbing against my leg.
Hi, radar.
He's telling me it's time to go, Mom. Oh no, he ran away. But I was gonna show him. But yes, we will be back again soon.
Question
I'm
mark.
hoping, question mark. We'll try to figure it out.
Pending.
But just know we'll have a more regular schedule come April, probably. Maybe. Oh goodness. But thank you, Brandy. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. And I'm not going to click leave the studio, which I almost did. Again, we've been doing this for 2 seasons now.
Guys, you almost got another bingo.
Almost got another bingo. Not quite. Reset those bingo cards and we'll be back again for a new round soon. Bye, everyone.